You're listening to a Roddenberry podcast.
Today is Thursday, July 15th, 2021, and this is your daily Star Trek news from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. On today's show, the Star Trek universe has earned 5 Emmy nominations across Lower Decks and Discovery. Fathom Events is bringing Star Trek 4 to theaters for its 35th anniversary, and I've got the weekend's one big event that you can't miss. I'm Alison Pitt, and today's show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Get 10% off your first month of counseling at betterhelp.com/DSTN. The 2021 Emmy nominations were announced earlier this week, with Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Lower Decks bringing in a total of 5 nominations for the franchise. News of the announcement came to us by way of comicbook.com. The first season of Lower Decks earned a nomination, its first, for Outstanding Sound Editing for a half-hour comedy or drama series or animation, for the episode No Small Parts. If you haven't watched it yet, you won't find any spoilers here. For those who have, No Small Parts is the episode with Peanut Hamper, the Exocom. Lower Decks is up against Cobra Kai and Love, Death, and Robots, both from Netflix, and 2 different Apple TV Plus series, Mythic Quest and Ted Lasso. Star Trek Discovery, no stranger to nominations, picked up 4 Emmy noms for its 3rd season. The episode That Hope Is You Part 1 earned nominations in 2 categories, Outstanding Prosthetic Makeup and Outstanding Sound Editing for a 1-hour comedy or drama series. Contenders for the Prosthetic Makeup Award include HBO's Lovecraft Country, Disney's The Mandalorian, the FX series Pose, and NBC's This Is Us. For sound editing, nominees include Lovecraft Country again, The Mandalorian again, Disney's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and the Netflix series The Umbrella Academy. For the episode Su'Kal, Discovery was nominated for Outstanding Visual Effects for a single episode, alongside Amazon Prime's Vikings, HBO's The Nevers, the Netflix series The Crown, and again, The Umbrella Academy. Discovery's final nomination is for Outstanding Period and/or Character Makeup that's non-prosthetic, and that's for Terra Firma Part 2. Fellow nominees in this category are the Netflix series Ratched, The Queen's Gambit, and Halston, as well as the Disney miniseries WandaVision, which was directed by upcoming Star Trek director Matt Shakman. Shakman was also nominated for his work directing WandaVision. The 73rd Primetime Emmy Awards ceremony will be held on September 19th. Never mind. The Primetime Emmy Awards ceremony will be held on September 19th and broadcast in the United States by CBS and Paramount+. Until then, you can check out all of the nominated Star Trek episodes, along with nearly 800 others, available to stream now on Paramount+. Star Trek 4, the one with the whales, is turning 35 this year, and Fathom Events is hosting a special event to celebrate. The film was released on November 26, 1986, and with its wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey plot that takes place in that year, its lightheartedness and its conservationist message, it appealed to both fans and non-fans of Star Trek. Fathom Events, an entertainment content provider that broadcasts events in movie theaters throughout the United States, will be bringing Star Trek 4 back to the big screen for 2 nights only, on Thursday, August 19th, which would have also been Gene Roddenberry's 100th birthday, and Sunday, August 22nd. The event is set to coincide not only with the film's 35th anniversary, but also with its upcoming release on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray in Star Trek The Original 4-movie collection, set to hit shelves on September 7th. To see which theaters are hosting the event near you and to purchase tickets, visit fathomevents.com. I've got the weekend's online events in just a moment, but first, a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. So I've been talking to you about BetterHelp for a little while now, and today I just want to zero in on one teeny-weeny part of their service that really stands out to me personally. It's this combination of matching your counselor to your needs, and then making it free and easy to change if you need to. Now, I've been to a few counselors before in real life, and I've always ended up leaving them without really any results because either they weren't a good match, I didn't really have my choice of counselors, or some combination, but all that goes away with BetterHelp. They're not restricted to just your local area, so you have a wider choice, and they're committed to making a great therapeutic match. I want you to start living a happier life today. And as a daily Star Trek news listener, you can get 10% off your first month of counseling by visiting betterhelp.com/DSTN. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's betterhelp, HELP.com/DSTN. Right. Next up, it's events, and there is not a huge amount of stuff that's going on this weekend, but it turns out that is a really good thing for you. Why? It's because this weekend is the big premiere of the inaugural IDIC Podcast Festival hosted by our sister podcast, Women at Warp. So here's what they had to say about the weekend on their website. On July 17th to 18th, 2021, Women at Warp will be hosting the virtual IDIC Podcast Festival. This weekend-long virtual event honors the Star Trek principle of infinite diversity and infinite combinations, or IDIC, by celebrating and amplifying the diverse voices of our fandom through a series of live podcasts. Now, they've got a full schedule of events running from 9 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday through 6 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday, and featuring some of your favorite podcasts, including The Sci-Fi Feminist, Sci-Fi Sisters, and I Quit Star Trek. I did quit Star Trek. That's actually the name of the podcast. They're covering a broad range of Trek-related topics, but they're all taking Trek conversation to the next level. Now, if you're a fan of Star Trek podcasts, and I suspect that you are, mark your calendars and tune in to that this weekend. This event is especially important because Women at Warp have focused on elevating the voices of underrepresented communities in the Star Trek fandom. All of the weekend shows will be broadcast on Facebook and YouTube, and they're available to watch afterwards on demand as well. To find out more, including a full listing of all of the live shows and how to watch, visit womenatwarp.com/IDIC-Fest. And of course, please don't forget those regular events that go on week to week, including some regular get-togethers and the Twitter hashtags. Check out our events listing on dailystartreknews.com/events. to make sure that you don't miss a thing. Well, that's it for today's Daily Star Trek news from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. Don't forget to check out the other great shows on the network at podcasts.roddenberry.com. Daily Star Trek news is produced by me, Alison Pitt, and it's written by Chris Peterson and Jack Brown, with additional writing by T. Rick Jones and events by Marina Kravchuk. Today's show was sponsored by BetterHelp. Get 10% off your first month of counseling at betterhelp.com/DSTN. I'm back tomorrow with more of the Star Trek news you need to know and the answer to this week's Trek trivia. I'm Alison Pitt. Live long and prosper. Arr.
This is a Roddenberry podcast. For more great podcasts, visit podcast.roddenberry.com.